Hello, friends. The 697 days of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Yesterday, Russian telegram channels reported the capture of the village of Kropyvny in the Kupiansk area. In the evening, Ukrainian telegram channels confirmed the capture of the village by the Russians. Today, the spokesman for the Ground Forces Command, Video, said that the military had retreated to more prepared lines because the village does not have any significance. Before the full-scale invasion, 45 people lived in the village of Kropyvny. That is, there were about 5 houses, and these houses were destroyed by the Russian army. Therefore, these few hundred meters that the Russians captured do not have any significance. Our defenders retreated to more prepared lines, where their lives are safe, Video said. This does not pose a threat to neighboring units, and I think this is a temporary phenomenon. The front line shifts every day. We simply do not report the capture or recapture of 100 meters. We do not need this, the speaker said. At the same time, the Ukrainian military telegram channel Deep State wrote the following in its report. The enemy captured Kropyvny and all the eastern outskirts of the village. Such withdrawal endangered neighboring units. Silencing the problem will not solve it. Unfortunately, it was tested in blood. The Russians have recently been massing troops in the Kupiansk area, regrouping and even bringing in additional forces. Now the whole this strike is aimed at members of the defense forces, Deep State reports. Let me remind you that the armed forces of Ukraine liberated Kropyvny in the fall of 2022 during a counteroffensive in the Kharkiv region. In the Liman sector, clashes continue east of Terny and near Dubrova. The last 3 days have been extremely difficult. The situation in some areas is being clarified, Ukrainian telegram channels write. In the Bakhmut sector, according to Western experts, the Russians advanced south of Ivanovsky. According to the experts, the Ukrainian army repelled the attack on the village itself, but at the same time the Russians approached Ukrainian positions in the area. In the Avdiivka direction, Russian troops advanced southwest of Kamienka in an area up to 815 meters wide and to a depth of up to 420 meters. The situation in the south of Avdiivka remains critical. The enemy has captured the Tsar's Hunt and is trying to gain a foothold on the streets of Chernyshevskoho, Sportivna, and Selborna. Stabilization measures are ongoing. If success is not achieved, this will jeopardize the entire eastern part of the city and its surroundings, writes the Deep State telegram channel. To the south, in the Maryanka sector, the enemy continues to attack Georgievka and its northeastern outskirts, where he has partial success. According to Ukrainian telegram channels, the Russians advanced along Zhovniva Street in the eastern part of Georgievka in an area up to 250 meters wide and to a depth of up to 240 meters. In the Novomikhailivka area, the enemy is concentrating additional forces and trying to apply pressure in small groups along the Vodiany-Konstantinivka line. As expected, the second half of January became difficult as the Russians became more active in many areas. Over the past 4 weeks, they have accumulated quite significant forces and are now trying to turn this accumulation into territorial gains. Western experts, summing up the results, report that Ukraine lost 35 square kilometers this week, and the Russians, in turn, seized 19 square kilometers of territory. Meanwhile, the head of the presidential office, Embark, called the summer counteroffensive of the Ukrainian armed forces successful, despite the fact that the Western media consider it a failure. Embark, in an interview with El Mundo, when asked by journalists about the reasons for the failed counteroffensive, said that this is an incorrect formulation because it is necessary to take into account the weapons and capabilities provided to the country by partners. And, taking these factors into account, the counteroffensive was quite successful. He also said that Ukraine still relies on the support of the United States and Europe. Let me remind you that the goal of the summer offensive of the Ukrainian armed forces, according to media reports, experts, and the command of the Ukrainian army, was a breakthrough to the Sea of Azov and to the border of Crimea. However, this goal was not achieved.
Friends, this channel exists solely thanks to your support. If you have the opportunity and desire to support the channel, I will be very grateful to you. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.